Hello, hello. So you really want to see me struggle for 24 hours? Good week, everyone. Well, yeah, not bad, not bad. Had some fun with CloudBot instance the other day. We're gonna be doing a hard box today, most probably a Windows one. I've had my eyes on Vintage for a while, so let's do that. So yeah, I was saying, had my had a play around with a CloudBot instance, trying to get it to disclose its credentials files and stuff like that through email. You can do a lot of stuff. Oh, thanks. So it's an interesting machine then. Okay. Well, that's why I'm doing it on a Friday evening. I have enough time to be frustrated with it. I'm just waiting for the IP address, but yeah, we have a set of credentials to start off with, so let's just right, we have an IP address. WinRM, Kerberos, SMB. So we're dealing with an Active Directory. Let's check if we can get anything via netexec, NXC, SMB, and we have some credentials here. Okay, so it's password authentication is not enabled. Might need to modify our Kerberos file in Linux to enable tickets. Let's check the clocks queue. Yeah, let's do. Yep. Thought I had the IP address in the clipboard, but apparently not. Okay. So I can see why it's frustrating because of the password authentication. If this is for all users, then yeah, it's gonna be annoying. So we have dco1 vintage.htb. Let's add that to our host file. Right, and let's clean that up. I do have a template in my notes for this, so and this is the CO1. Right, so we have that. Okay, so there are no other ports here that we can use, so let's do the Kerberos kinit p.rosa, and let's copy the password so we have it in our. Okay, and now nxc smb what's the syntax for Kerberos authentication? So just stack K. Okay, let's see. User session deleted. Held up. Is it? Sometimes NXE is oh, it's not using the Kerberos cache then. Okay. Yeah, thanks. CC cache. What? Sorry. Someone's messaging me as well, and it's there we go. Right, so we have access to that. Let's see. Let's have a look in sysvol to see. Actually, back out. Let's see if there's anything. Yeah, no scripts, nothing. Okay, so nothing there. LDAP. Let's see if we can okay, so we have a file server and we have the DC. Thanks for the follow. Sorry, I'm just making a note of the commands for my notes. The same time that I'm actually doing the machine. Makes things easier if we ever have to redo stuff. So we know that there are two computers. Let's see if we can get any user descriptions. Sometimes there are passwords, but no, not for the one that we can see. Let's do machine account quota as well. So we cannot add any users to the DC. Okay. I think the next step would be to basically run Bloodhound. Because we do have access to the domain, let's see what users there are on the machine. So, let's copy that and then edit it in here. So let's see the syntax, because we need to use Kerberos cache. Okay, this is just K. Okay. So we don't need to specify user or password. We can just use tag K. Domain is vintage.htb. DC is DC01. DNS TCP and name server. There we go. Oh, we need the username. And the password. Okay, let's redo the commands, because tag P. Okay. Now it's collecting stuff. Let's bring up Bloodhound. So we have a file server, the ones that we've discovered previously. No, I have not tried Rusthound yet. How does it compare to the Python script? Or do you have to run it from the machine? Okay, I'll have a look. Maybe we can use it in the next Active Directory machine. I'm sure we're gonna have a few on stream, so. Okay, so have P-Rosa, which we have the credentials for. So we found a user that we know that they use underscore ADM for admin accounts. Why did... Let's take a screenshot of that. Okay. I'm assuming there's no path from P-Rosa to... Yeah, no path found. As expected. Let's go back to P-Rosa and see what we have in here. Wait, wasn't this one of those groups that created a default password? I remember something about this. Thank you for the follow. I know I've read an article about this. I think it was setting machine accounts with the password of the same as the machine account name, or something like that. Yeah. So, my memory served me right. We basically have, if we have a machine account that's a member of that group, that means the password for that machine account will basically be the machine account name. So let's see. We have 18 members. So everyone's a member of that group, but we're interested in machine accounts. And we have file server 01. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Right, let's go back to that group because I want to take a screenshot. What's the problem with WP scan? I haven't used it in years, so might be a bit rusty, but if I can help, happy to do so. So let's test, shall we? We need kinit fso1 $. Yeah. And yes, we do have access to it. We have access to FSO1 machine accounts now. So let's mark that as owned. So basically it cannot resolve the domain name wp data data.wpscan.org. I'm assuming that the machine you're trying from has internet access. Can you see if you can access that URL in a browser? Yeah, it points to an internet connection issue. Try to see if you can access that URL and just open it in the browser. Worst case scenario, it will try to download that metadata JSON SHA file. Right, so we now have access as FSO1 to SMB shares. No problem. That was a easy one to solve. Yeah, so you don't have internet access on that machine. Maybe the router is maybe. Right, let's see. We have an outbound object control. Thank you for subscribing. So basically we can read the password for that particular account. Which means we can basically use NXC LDAP to do that. Or did they remove it? I know it was a part of NXC at some point. If not, we can switch to bloody AD. I know that one can read. I might be going blind. Okay, let's do bloody AD. I do have that somewhere because we've used it not long ago on a stream. Yeah, so we used it with Tomb Watcher, so let's just get that. Oh no, that's not the... That's adding a user. There we go, found it. Get object, and we have this machine right here. That's the password. This is Vintage. Username P Rosa. No. Username is actually FS01. FS01, but we need to check what flag we need to give it for Kerberos authentication. So let's see. Okay, so if password is provided, it will try to query a digit. Okay, let's do that. Tag K. Oh, and it's Tomb Watcher. Why? Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have a base64 encoded password for that user. Let's write the command in our notes. Vintage. Oh. We do have the hash there, so we can use the hash. Creds FS01. If you hear my dog barking, I'm really sorry. I had to keep the door open for a while, so sorry about that. Right, so we have the hash for that user now. I'm just thinking of how do we authenticate using a hash with Kerberos here. Not useful. Yeah, I need. That's the one. So we need add entry. Let's put that in quotes. One. Okay. So key one, and then we need to do encryption is what's the encryption? It's RC4 HMAC because it's NTLM hash. Okay, let's try that. Oh, we need a key. Key 4, okay. And we can just paste in the RC4. Key list. No. That didn't work. Oh, we need to write out the file because we haven't. We got the. So we have that, but oh, and it's not correct. We need to do it without quotes. How can I delete? Yeah, let's just clear list. There we go, and add a new one. There we go, and then write KT TMP. Let's just write it to the same file. Actually, no. Let's do. Okay. TMP grep. Grep. That's a bit small. Well, it's there, so let's test it. Export NXC SMB. What the? Yeah, of course, because the ticket is not correct. So the keytab file is there, but it's not correct. Let's see. Let's put that back to the first one and do tag K, tag T, TNP 2000. How do we specify the principal? Let's see. What's the username? Okay, so now we actually have a ticket, and if we do come on, yes, right, time for some so just use the hash with Kerberos and it would NXC should get the ticket automatically. Let's test. Tag Q. Tag K. Tag H. Yes, so you were right. You don't need to do the K init. NXC does it for you. But if we need anything else than NXC, we would still need to do the K init. So, right. Sorry, Sinbad. I was too caught up with trying to figure that out, and I saw your comment very late. Well, I've used it before, but only on Hack the Box, not I've never actually used this one on a real engagement, so. Right, so basically now we have that user. We can mark it as owned. And let's see where we go from here. I still don't have a clear path to getting a shell or anything of that sort. So we have an outbound object control again. Oh, add self and generic right. Okay, so we can add ourselves to the service managers group. But what can service managers do? Okay, so service managers have a generic all over a few service accounts. So let's go back to GMSA 01. Go back. There we go. Add self, Linux abuse. Yeah, they both use the same command, so we can add ourselves to the group. We will need to use now we can use bloody AD to add ourselves to the service managers group. So key list. Yeah, it's still there. Good. Vintage. The account is that. We don't need a password. So we're doing Kerberos to that domain host. And this is add group member. We need a group name, service managers, and we need the target, which is our username again. Nope. So that should add us to group member. Fussy about uppercase and lowercase. Okay, so basically we are now added to that service manager group. Group is owned. Outbound object control. I'm just looking for some interesting groups in here to see. No, they're all part of the same groups, so no constrained delegation. This one's enabled, that's good. Pre-authentication false. False. This one's disabled. I'm trying to find the difference between these accounts. I'm sure there's a reason why we have 3 of them and not just one. Well, we can set up SPNs for all of them, and then get the tickets and try to crack them. But we would need to enable this one because it's disabled. So let's do that. Do I have? Yep, I have a command for bloody AD to enable an account, which is good. So let's copy that bit. SVC SQL. Let's remove the why don't I have access to do that? Because I'm already in. That's interesting. So this one's telling me that I'm already in the okay, yeah, got it. So we need to regenerate the ticket so it's up to date. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, no. So I was looking at the. I tried to re-add myself to the service managers because I was thinking about the clean task as well. That's why I've tried to re-add myself to the service manager, but it failed with entry already exists. So yeah, you were right. We needed to regenerate the ticket. And now we need to add an SPN for all of them. So again, back to the notes. And let me just copy that k init in the notes as well. There we go. Again, that's from a different box that we've done, but the idea is we can use the command set object SVC arc. Yeah, so we have arc, SQL, and LDAP. Let's run them one at a time. Service principal name updated. Updated. And updated. So now all of them have SPNs, which means we can perform Kerberoasts. Let me write notes. Vintage. So we have the SPN set. Now we would basically need to do Kerberoasting. Sorry, excuse me for just 2 minutes. I need to let my dog out. I don't want him to pee on the floor. Be right back. just for that he needs to make a guest appearance on the stream. Right. Sorry about that. Let's return. So we were about to do Kerberoasting. If I remember correctly, NXC can do Kerberoasting as well, can't it? Yeah. Why don't we have the SQL? We only have... Was the account disabled? Yeah. Let's set the SPN. There we go. So now we have all three hashes. Oh, we have. There we go. Right, let's crack that. So, hashcat takam, this is 13,100. So we've cracked the disabled account. Take some screenshots as well. So I'm doing the screenshots and command history and all of that as I've done for OSCP and other exams. And then of course, I don't clear any of the browser of the terminal history, and I can just write the report afterwards because it's easier that way. So we have a password for SVC, SQL, SVC, SQL. Let me guess, the account will continue to be disabled over and over again by this cleanup script. So we're gonna have to re-enable it. which is that command. Okay. But what we can do, let's have a look in Bloodhound. So we can mark that as owned. We don't have anywhere to go from here. Not with this account. Why do we have a password that doesn't help us? Let me do something. Users. Actually, can we do... Okay. So we have Perosa, we have SQL, and we have the FSO1 machine account, and we have the GMSA GMSA account. But we have apparently 2 admin accounts. Anything? Anything more in shares? Nope. It's of course. That's not what I want to do. Edit, replace. Let's have a look at the other users that we have here. So I'm gonna remove those three because those are MROC. Let's have a look in AD. So we know that this user, Bianaki, is actually an admin as well, has an admin user. And it's part of the main remote management, which is interesting. So let's put this as no, so we cannot add it as a. In previous versions of Bloodhound, you were able to. Not sure if tier 0 is equivalent as high value target, but so remote management. Service manager, but that's just giving us access over the 3 users that we already have. Remote management again. P-Rosa, we already have. These 3 don't have anything, don't have any groups. Well, yeah, this one would be of interest because it's also part of the domain admin group. No, of the delegated admins. Okay. We could do a password spray. Let's do that. Pass, and we need that one. FSO1 doesn't count, neither does the hash, so we have 2 passwords. And we actually have 2 users to try. They're only interested in these 2 users with remote management because the other ones are just normal users. They don't have any other groups that are of interest. Yeah, they're all standard users there. So let's see. Let's do an XC LDAP, but use Kerberos-only AD. I'm just gonna do it manually. For 2 users and 2 passwords, there's no point in running it in a batch. Why does the pre-auth failed? Okay, next password. Pre-auth failed. Let's check the other user. Password reuse. So we have an RDP user. C.Neri. Right. So we have our notes and we have our passwords. Let's add that to credentials because okay, so and we have outbound control, but let's do evil WinRM. Uh, 10 1 to 9 2 3 1 205. Let's see. Use Kerberos authentication. Do I need the domain name? Package. Okay. No. Let's do okay. So we have the ticket. Let's try evil WinRM once more with the correct tickets. Nope, still fails. So no pass. No. And it's trying to connect as the correct user here. But it's still failing. Server not found in Kerberos database. What? Yeah. DCO1. No. Let's try the old one. Haven't used the old WinRM for a while. So yeah. There we go. So we need to actually specify the correct domain name. But we got there in the end. So we now have a shell on the box after what, almost 2 hours on here. Right, let's see if we have a flag. We have a user flag. And then we need a root flag, but let's see how we get there. So we can mark this one as owned. And let's see what outbound control do we have. Oh. Just part of the same stuff. Okay, that's not useful. Right, I want adaptix. There we go, listeners. Yeah, that's the wrong IP address, so let's remove that one and start a new one. Yes, create. .1048, not I don't want a DNS beacon. 48, port 80. That's fine. Generate agent. Yeah, let's just do an exe and see if that one will work. There we go. So right, now we have that. Oh, by the way, they've released version 1.2 of Adaptix, but I haven't had a look at it yet. And because the Adaptix beacon runs without any kind of loader, that means there's no defender or anything running on that box. I didn't even check. So let's run seatbelt. That's gonna take a while, so in the meantime we can have a look around in here. So we see that the admin user for C.Neri is actually logging in as well. Come on. There we go. Let me guess, this is because we're running from WinRM that it cannot... A specific logon session doesn't exist. Oh... So there are some master keys there. We need to spawn a different type of shell, because from WinRM we cannot find everything that... we don't have full access, basically. So... give me a second. Sharp collection. Do I have it here? No, I don't think I have it. Give me a second, I need to boot up my Windows VM. Or does... oh, come on, computer. Do we have a run as? Run as user. Yep. Okay, so run as user, argument C.Neri, password 0 to 1. Wait. So it failed for session 9, for logon type 9. No, so that fails. Why? Yeah, but Does the user actually have another session opened? No, so that's our beacon. Right, let's see. No, tools. Nope. Where is it? I need to fix my VM because I have stuff everywhere. Just a second, I need to find a repository. No, because that's not gonna work. That's a different logon type again, which is not useful. Yeah, so something like run as, that's what I need to create a different logon type. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so we need to create a profile. Okay. So we have an execute assembly from here, but run as CS. We need to provide it with username, password, and CMD to run. Where was that? There we go, tech profile. And we need a domain as well. Let's see. Is the we need to bypass UAC as well. Access denied. Okay. Let me try something. Let me guess, it killed the beacon as well. No, it didn't. Okay, so we've tried logon type 8 and bypass UAC and it fails. And of course that one now is stuck. Let's have a look at the output of seatbelt. Maybe there's something else that we're missing there. We focused only on the credentials and the vaults. So we have a saved RDP configuration, well, connection. But the password is not saved. So user access control is enabled, and we need let's see if Adaptix has anything to help with that, but that's right. Yeah, of course. Oh, it did run. Yeah, it does run. Right, let's run seatbelt again. But I'm just gonna run it with group user. Oh, bloody hell. Copy, please. Yeah, so we have the RDP there that we've discovered. And we have credentials. That's why I wanted a different session. But interesting, this run the command would run as but it didn't run from the session in here. Why? I didn't give it a domain name, and I didn't give it any other options. So let's do that. Yes, it does run. Okay. So we have a password. C.Neri ADM. Now let's go back to Bloodhound. Oh, let's mark this as owned. Oh no, it's already owned. Do you guys have the same issue with Bloodhound not updating properly? So in theory, we could get another RDP session, another WinRM session running. Okay. Okay, let's check the user. Enabled. It's not trusted for delegation, but it is part of the delegate admins. So we have generic rights over that group as well. But we did run the KNet, so let's do NXC. Let's see if we have any shares of note. Oh, it's SMB. Okay. So we can log in. WinRM. Oh, okay. I'm still curious why if a WinRM fails. We've used the same command there, right? Yeah. Invalid token. The user is not. Let's have a look. So we had a user that had the same before, but what can we do with delegate admins? Because I don't see. There are a few members there, but Yeah, so not sure what's going on here, because from this user I don't really have a way forward, so let me run Bloodhound again. So you're saying that it should be somewhere from there, but I'm missing some data from Bloodhound. Okay. Thanks for saving me the trouble of looking for another path forward. Let's see if this one actually imported everything. No. So we have the generic call there, but we don't have anything else. Let's do it differently. Wait. So it seems like not even running Bloodhound with the other user helped, so I'm trying Sharphound. Why is this one not showing in the other screen? Okay. I need to set up the old Bloodhound then. It's just the collectors are all in the new format. Now that is annoying. Missing something like that, it's not fun. Oh man. Right. Well, at least this one finished as well. Basically, we add ourselves to that group. We already are there, which is fine. And then okay. Excuse me for just 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we are allowed to act on the DC01. So we need something with an SPN, right? To act as. Yeah, but since we cannot use Brubius because we don't have a session as the admin user, we're gonna need to do the Linux version. Sorry, my brain just went blank there for a minute. Bit of a long week as well. Right, so what do we need for this? We have the user. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through that. Let's do this. I think I have it as, yeah. We have an older command there from another box. So, DC01 dot vintage HTB impersonate administrator. We need a machine account for this though. Yeah, we need a machine account. But lucky for us, we already have a machine account, don't we? We have FSO1. The only thing that's needed, we need to add that to delegate admins. Why is it asking for a password? Has a ticket. Okay, so we've added. Let me just write this to my notes. Okay, so we've added FSO1 to delegate admins. Now we can actually run the impersonation. And we do FSO1 with the password FSO1. Okay. DC IP VCO1 vintage.htb. Oh, we need to do initialize the new ticket because we're still logged in as Neri, so okay, init FSO1. We need a forwardable ticket. Or not. So our ticket is definitely forwardable. Yeah, there's no... Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking at. However, where was my... We had this one. So instead of chiefs, maybe HTTP. Nope. Host. Yeah, let's try host. Yeah, I was just going for HTTP because the other ticket, as you can see here, for C.Neri had the HTTP in it as well. Nope. Let me try something. No. There's the... Let's see. And then basically we don't need this because it's using the Kerberos data. No, it still needs the identity. No, it's not allowed to impersonate administrator, I think. Probably SPN is not allowed to delegate by user FS01. Delegate admins. I see it doesn't say anything in there for that, so let's see. So where do you say to to put the machine account name? Oh, yeah, as the user. That's a good point. No. Yeah, it has didn't run yet. I'm getting an error as the still exists, so it's not that. There is another admin user. Wait. Okay. So the ticket was not forwardable. Let's check. Apparently putting the tag F after the user does not take that into consideration. Why don't people just do named arguments and not do positional arguments for commands? I know, and it's almost 12 o'clock, so I'm a bit brain dead at the moment. Right, so we have the ticket. Can we actually use it? Wait. So administrator doesn't have access. Administrator is not allowed to log on over network. Right. Never mind. We have an administrator, a domain admin account now. Tech X. Was it with, yeah, x64.exe. Let's see. There we go. Bam, bam. Right. So. So there we go. And we have the root flag as well. Not a bad machine actually. Quite entertaining. You were right. But again, we've had this before on stream where you have to do 5-6 steps just to get the shell on the box, which is quite interesting. Normally you would expect 2-3 steps to get the shell, but yeah. Any questions? I think we were probably gonna do a medium machine on Sunday, but yeah. Are there any questions about this machine? If not, thank you for watching. Let's try to raid someone. Okay, I found the Shy Hat is doing Advent of Code, Azure Labs from TryHackMe, so let's